Any final word for listeners about preparing for transitioning away from full-time practice?
Well, like I say, you have to be comfortable financially and you have to be comfortable mentally. I guess those are the two things, right? And some people like to work. They just like to go and work. And I can remember when I went from 3 days a week to 2 days a week, I thought, what's this going to be like? Because it's sort of like a Protestant work ethic that a lot of us have. You want to get in there and you want to just work. And so it's a day off that I normally wouldn't have off. And it was February. I remember it was this time of year. And what am I going to do? So I went over to Bears Lake in Halifax, which is a sort of a park for shops and stores and things. And there's a woodworking store that's in it. It's really good. So I went in there, it was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. I went in there to look around to see what I could find because I do some woodworking. And I'm looking around and everybody in the store is probably 70, 75 years old. And I'm thinking, oh, this isn't very good. And on the way home, I thought, well, I'll go to Costco. So I went into Costco. And again, it's, a Tuesday or I think it was a Wednesday. It would have been a Wednesday or a late morning. And I'm looking through Costco and everybody there kind of looks, well, maybe they're either unemployed or, it's just not the normal weekend kind of crew. And I'm thinking, oh, this isn't going to work very well. So I thought, what have I done to myself? Well, it took about 3 weeks and then was like, this is a good choice.
Identity as a professional, identity as a dentist. Have you done anything particular to manage that as you walked away from the profession?
Well, I think it's still there. I don't think it ever leaves. It's an important part of your life.
Right. So you still feel you're part of the profession, even if you've moved on to another focus.
Oh, yes. And I'm fortunate, like the Provincial Dental Board sends updates and so on, and I'm on that list. So I get to read what's going on politically. And colleagues will call me up from time to time with a question or this or that. And I still go out with dentists and have lunch with them, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's and the staff, my staff especially, we still go out every month or two and have lunch and catch up. And we're some really good people that worked with me, and some of them are retired now too, and some of them are working in other offices, but we've kept that connection. And there's a social part of dentistry that is wonderful.
Thank you for highlighting the importance of the social aspect of our profession that we can never underestimate.
Yeah. Thank you.
Dr. Paul Downing, thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Well, Dr. John O'Keefe, I really appreciate you getting a hold of me.